Nested for loops. In this video, you will learn how to use nested for loops. They are simply for loops that are nested inside each other. Let's jump straight into an example. We are on the Nested for Loops worksheet of the Week 2 workbook. Our first task is to count from 1 to 10 5 times as shown here. And we're going to do this with a nested for loop. Okay, you can see that we have a for loop, and inside this for loop is another for loop. Let me show you how this works. We have counted from 1 to 10. I will now go through this with a watch, and I will step through this. As you can see, I have a watch for I and a watch for J. Now I will step in and step through. See, 1. Now 2. So as you can see, as I'm stepping through, this is just inside this inner for loop. After it's gone through 10 times, it has escaped this inner for loop, and it's now in the outer for loop. So it goes here. Now we are inside this inner for loop for the second time. Again, we've gone through 1 to 10 and we have escaped from the inner for loop, and now we go to the outer for loop. And that's how it works. You can see that I'm using I for the rows and J for the columns, and I'm just counting in terms of I. Can you see how I've used indentation here? This line is indented relative to this for and this next. And this for loop is indented relative to this for loop, and this for loop is indented relative to sub and sub. What if I didn't indent anything? What if I just made a program that looks like this? This will still work. See, it still works. However, this is very hard to read. I don't know what's nested into what, for this, for that. I could have made the mistake of making this I and this J. This is a mistake. This gives an error. So what we've learned now is that these are nested, so I must come before J because I comes after J here. It's hard to understand when it's not indented, but when we indent this, it is evident that in these next statements, I must come before J. This has been an example of how you can make mistakes if you don't use proper indentation. Try everything in this part of the video now and then proceed to the next part of the video.